Oh my gosh, we're live. Okay, so there may be buffering today. We'll see how things are doing with this new microphone, which hopefully will work. It's going to be a bit of a test day, a guinea pig day on the live stream. But first and foremost, hi everybody. You're watching Ballerina Badass. My name is Georgia Reed, and this is Stretch and Kvetch, my weekly live stream that basically is an excuse to force me into coming out to the dance studio at least once a week to move forward on my journey as a now fully retired XXX professional dancer. Although that doesn't mean I wouldn't mind getting into some ballroom, but we'll see. I mean, who the heck knows? Crazier things have happened. I have a friend who did the Nutcracker Sugar Plum Fairy at 50, and she was beautiful. So, was it on the New York City Ballet stage? No, but it was in California, and people in California are a lot more forgiving towards the quality level of ballet, which other people can argue regardless. So, today, happy Stretching Kvetch Day. What are we talking about today? Today, I am very excited to talk about some of the basic non fancy, I don't know, stretches that I like to do to warm up my body on different days, and talking about what do I think about as a dancer, as a non-dancer, etc., when I am going to start to warm up for that day. So first things first, and I think this is great for anyone, dancer or non-dancer. I love this. I think I've said it before in other videos, but when you're coming in to do something like this, when you're starting your day in general, the first question I like to ask is, how am I feeling today? What does my body need today? I'm somebody, I have a routine that I do every morning. And if I don't do it, I feel like my whole day is thrown off. My routine includes first things first, wash my face, brush my teeth. First things first in the morning. I love it. Second of all, sorry, you're getting a little routine thing here before we get into the stretching. So be it. It's my live stream. So, second of all, oh, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe. There's a whole bunch more content coming up I'm very excited about. Back to the routine. Wow, did I have too much coffee today? Doesn't matter. First and foremost, the teeth and the face. Then it's journal. I have to, of course, feed the cats and get the coffee going. That's happening. Then it's journal for 15 minutes. Then it's positive affirmations and a quick walk around the block, which gets me, it's all about your circadian rhythm and getting some sunlight onto my body and breathing the fresh air. And it's just a nice thing around the block. I love it. Listen to my positive affirmations, which sets my mind up because my brain, oh my gosh, the gerbils in my brain that love to run. And what do they like to do? Do they like to say happy things about Georgia? No. They immediately want to ruminate about everything wrong in my life, why everything is terrible, why everything is bad, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, nice little gerbils. No, you go sit over there and go sleep in your little nest. And I am going to stay positive because there's just way too many good things happening in my life. Anyways, that's another discussion. Then after that, it's plan the day, right? Reviewing my calendar. And then after that, it's checking my garden. And those things are interchangeable. Usually when I come back from the walk, I check my garden, try and do a little weeding, try and do some watering, check on my day. What do I have on the calendar? But all of that, and I do all of that before I check my social media. Oh my God, you guys, if I wake up and check my social media first, it screws my whole day. And here's why. If I do get some likes and comments, I'm happy for like a few minutes, and then I want to go and check it again. If I don't get enough, whatever enough is, likes and comments on my TikTok, on my Instagram, this is all on my comedy side, by the way, all this stuff, plus here on YouTube. Did anyone else watch my new short, my live stream? Oh my God. It's like, first of all, my poor eyeballs, they've just woken up and I'm subjecting them to more screen time, which they already get too much screen time. Second of all, just basing my worth off of this social media nonsense. And I still fall for it sometimes. I do. I admit it. It's like if I work all day on a really funny sketch, I think it's hilarious. I came up with the concept. I wrote it. I acted in it. I shot it. I edited it. I put it up. And I'm like, well, why aren't I viral? This is funny. no, no, I do it. I do. I think my stuff's hilarious. And that's the thing. Whether people like it or not, I still go back and watch my own videos. I'm like, this is comedy gold. I do. I love it. So whatever, whatever. But the point being, I try and do these other things in the morning to get my day set up right. And part of the meditation when I'm doing the daily affirmations is, how is my body feeling? What do I need? And I'll do a little morning stretch around that. Usually, either after my walk, I'll come in and do some things, body placement, that kind of thing. But again, the first question is, hey, body, how are we feeling? So ask yourself before you start if you are dancing professionally or you're dancing, your first thing as you're coming into the studio, were you in traffic? Did someone cut you off? Did you have to, whip? Did that bother your neck? Was there something left over from the day before? Maybe you had to sit at a desk all day. Your hip flexors are tight. Maybe you had to perform the night before and there's still some residual pain from that. And all you're thinking is, God, just get through class. But if you take a moment of mindfulness and just say, hey, how am I feeling today? Or as one of my mentors, Rick Atwell, used to say, this is more on the acting side and dancing, but that whole who am I, where am I, and why am I dancing? And sometimes the answers are, who am I? I'm Georgia. Where am I? In hell. And why am I dancing? Good God, I don't know today. Good Lord. But then breathe into that and go, okay, today is a day to be gentle. Today is a day to just get through the classes calmly as possible. Give yourself a lot of attaboys, attagirls, whatevers, right? A lot of love. And on a side note, some days on days like that are the days that I typically don't look in the mirror too much. Okay. I'm going to do my class as if I am on stage dancing for an audience. So I will put my eye line just above the mirrors, just between the mirrors, whatever it is, so that I am, rather than looking at what's in front of me, I'm going to tune in to how my body is feeling that day. How does my alignment feel that day? The training that I did in Beacon, New York with Kenneth Ludden, one of the best things was that there were 0 mirrors. And so you had to rely solely on how does this feel? And then whatever the teacher is giving you in terms of corrections, etc. That was a really amazing challenge and just different perspective. So I highly recommend it. Okay, so today, how am I feeling? Well, today I am feeling a lot better. The ankle sprain from the cruise, my dumbass, it's way better. Again, I'm not doing mega dancing. I'm careful about it, right? I'm not having to stay on this thing full time, but I'm no longer needing to wrap it. I did a little bit of light jogging yesterday, and so I can feel just a little touch of something, but nothing bad. No danger pain, just a little like, hey, I'm still not 100% yet. Okay, fine. What else? Next is the hamstring pull. That's a doozy. It's definitely moved back down from my rump area. Hooray, it's what's the word? It's diminishing. So I'm happy about that. My hip flexors, though, are tight AF. Tight AF. So that I'm dealing with. They really want to be. They want to get loose. They want to stretch. They want to romp. They want to play. And I have to be mindful of that to balance it out with this hamstring that's still not 100%. I don't know if we'll get to splits today, but we're gonna stretch around the idea of splits and see how we're doing. Okay, what else? Body dysmorphia is still at 1,000%. The very fact that I have put on a leotard and tights for you people today, you fine, lovely people, let me tell you. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So as long as I don't dance, I can go, oh, I'm looking pretty good. But the minute I start to do a tendu, pirouettes are off the table right now. Again, I have not been in class again in 2 or 3 years. This seems to be a pattern for This seems to be a pattern for Georgia. She gets back into dance. She does it. She loves it. Then she realizes she'll never be as good as she wants to be, which would be only the best. And there's just no way that's ever going to happen, ever. And then she remembers all the horrible politics of the professional ballet community. And then she gets angry and no money, not enough. in that area. And then she leaves. And then she misses it again and comes back. So this is what happens. Okay, I'll own it. Yep. But we're back again, and this time it's, hey, let's just see if we can create a new world around our dance journey and love it and love ourselves. What a change. So in spite of the dysmorphia, dancers, you know what I'm talking about. They know I am a thin person, and I'm a dancer, which means ridiculous. Okay, so we're going to change that. I also recommend, before you start your stretch day, when you're first asking your body, hey, how is it feeling? I'm going to reiterate what I think I said in a previous stretch and kvetch. Thank your body. Apologize to your body. Say, hey, body, first of all, I want to apologize. I want to apologize for all the times I've been mean to you and cruel to you. My legs, I am so sorry I have made fun of you and called you mean names and been hard on you. I am so sorry. I am so sorry for any stress or pain that I may or may not cause you today. Thank you is the next. Thank you so much, legs. I'm focusing on legs because that's one of my areas. But legs, body, thank you so much for being my body. Thank you so much for all the things you've done for me in my life. Thank you so much for coming along willingly or unwillingly on this journey of stretch today. Thank you. What else? So I'm sorry. Thank you. Oh, I forgive you. I forgive you, body. I forgive you for not being Maya Plisetskaya. I forgive you for all the times that I feel like you have let me down. When I fell on stage at that competition and I was just humiliated in my head, no one cared. I cared. No one else cared. They're too busy thinking about themselves. You know, that's how life is. So I forgive you for all of the shortcomings that I see in you. And I love you. I love you, body. I love you so much. I am so grateful we are together this time around. If there are other times around, I don't know. But it's really nice to say those things. So remember, I am not a licensed stretcher exerciser yet. I am considering becoming licensed. That might be something that I do. A licensed worker outer exercise coach or something. We'll see. We'll see. But be mindful of that. Any of these stretches that I talk about today, be sure to talk about it with your own dance teacher or your own exercise guru, your doctor, depending on what age you are, what level you are. If you are under the age of 18 to 21 and you're somehow watching this video, definitely check in with your teacher before you jump and start doing a bunch of crazy stuff. Man, I'm telling you, you won't feel those injuries now, but you're going to feel them in your mid to late 20s, and then you're really going to feel them in your 30s, and then you're really going to feel them in your 40s. Trust me on this, okay? Let's not even get into what happens after that. I don't know yet. We'll find out. So that also, be sure you have warmed up, all right? Warmed up properly. I've done some warm up. I should do more warm up. So again, that's going to inform me. You just hear the ballet teachers. This will inform you about how you approach the exercises and the line and blah, 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 blah. Oh my God. Laban would be great right now. I love Laban. I only remember like one exercise from Laban, but I do love it. So today, my body again, I think I said, oh, the back is feeling way good. That pulled muscle in my, what is that, rhomboid back there underneath the wing. Ooh, that was no fun. It was shooting pain up into my neck. Good Lord. Long story short, that one is feeling a-okay. So we're feeling pretty good about that. So what do I want to do? Okay, so for me today, there's a few different things that I do. Some days I like to start on the floor in your classic Pilates kind of setup. Let's back my butt up here so y'all can see what the heck I'm doing. Hopefully you can still hear me. Woohoo! And I've got this thingy over here, so if anyone makes some comments, I can comment back. All right, let's see. So a lot of days, I do like to kind of just start right like this which, you know, my friend does a fantastic Zoom Pilates class. If anybody wants to know about it, it's really affordable. Oh my God. She does it every Sunday. And then you can pay a little extra to get the recording so you can keep doing it on your own over and over again. And she is certified. I know. I don't get paid to do this. I'm not getting any affiliate marketing here. I just want you to know her stuff is great. And she really knows how to just get you settled in and relax. Now, for me already, on some days, I don't like doing this because it kind of makes me want to go to sleep a little bit. And some days I'm ready to get going, you know, kind of thing. I want a little more energy. But for now, I'm just going to kind of check my placement. I like this. Carpet or not carpet, maybe not the sofa, but definitely the carpet or this, you know, dance floor. I can feel my lower back on the floor. I can feel sort of all of my muscles, and it's a nice way to sort of feel my neck lengthening. I like all of this. Can do some breathing, do a little bit of that, you know, hip flexor rolling thing. You can see I'm not certified because I'm not using the proper terminology. Bad Georgia. But I do like to do this. You'll see I'm just kind of rocking my hips back and forth, you know, tucking it under and then reaching it out. And it's great to use mental things like, oh, you feel like reaching forward beyond your toes. And now scooping gently instead of like clenching and tightening, instead it's just gently scooping under. Ooh, that's nice. And feel all my back. So I like that. And I also will sort of move my hips back and forth. And I feel like this hip bone is reaching beyond my foot. This hip bone is reaching beyond my foot. And I feel a little bit of soreness in there. I'm noticing that. So, okay, maybe I'm going to pick my legs up and do a little of this. Very gentle. Again, I'm somebody who, I was one of those overachievers, which some people would call kiss ass. So if somebody gave me an exercise, I would be like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Yeah. And it's like, that doesn't help. Actually, that can hurt. So, you know, it's not about going all the biggest out there. Like for me, when I do this, I hear a clunk, clunk. Wait, not here. Wait. And there it is. Clunk, clunk in my hip bones. I don't want that. I'm trying to warm up, not you know, rubbing and wearing down cartilage and tendons and stuff. So I'm keeping it real, you know, playing it close to the vest, so to speak here. So just nice gentle rolls. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I like that. Okay. So that's that. And then, you know, my feet too. Remember, I got these lovely bunions that weird foot fetish people keep on trying to come to my channel. And I'm like, please go away, foot fetish people. But I need to get my feet going. Also here even, I'm noticing I want to be like, stretch the foot. And there's a lot of tension. Instead, if I go, okay, less is more. For me, for my personality and my style, less is more. I'm going to be gentle with this. Can I use less force to get the same results? David Howard said the best thing to me ever in class. David Howard said, you put in 50% to get out 100%. And what he meant by that was the energy you use. So it's less force. You're dancing smarter, not harder, right? Very much along the lines of allowing. Now, for another style dancer out there, maybe, you know, they have a different body type, a different personality, a different whatever. Maybe for them, they do need to think of being more forceful because they're not forceful enough. Everyone's different. I know for me, it's like I can almost feel the energy coming off of me. Good Lord. So just getting these toesies moving. And I like to go backwards too, right? Inverting the toes. That's always a fun one. And I do opposites, right? Do a little bit of the ankle rolls. Now, ankle rolls are interesting. Look, first of all, yay, I can do ankle rolls again on my recently sprained right foot. Hurrah! I had a teacher who said no ankle rolls ever for you, Georgia, because your ankles are already so flexy. You need to strengthen, and this just weakens them. On the one hand, I think they were right, but on the other hand, I disagree because I felt like then I had some muscles that were over tightening in my ankles and they needed to be loosened. So it's a weird push-pull, right, of stretching and strengthening and stretching and strengthening. One class that I am thinking of taking to become certified is that, oh God, now I forget what it's called, but it's that whole like ballet course with the bouncy ball, with the therapy ball. Now there's a name for it. They do online training and it looks interesting. You know, I am interested in that. Have any of you thought about that or gotten certified in that area? I'm curious. Okay, so now as I'm starting to stretch a little more, I'm noticing, yeah, my hamstrings, they really want to be stretched. I am going to do just a gentle kind of back crack here. Oh, yeah, that feels good. Just a very loose. Oh, yeah, that's good. Not too much. What else? When you're first starting out, especially in the morning, I highly recommend for any age, but especially my older dancers, just getting up right after that can put strain because your body's going, oh, good, I can kind of release and stretch out. And then if you suddenly hurt to try and get up, that can strain things. So I recommend, and my acting coach gave me this, you roll over to your side, right? And then you push up this way. When you're starting your day out and at the end of the day, do that for yourself, all right? Midday, I mean, you're so many times are you doing a dance and it's like da 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 da, and you just have to roll and jump and get up and fall down and get up and fall down and get up and fall down. So beginning of the day, end of the day, cut your body a break, right? Really, you're easing into the day. I like that. Even when I'm feeling more excited. So for me, another thing, once I've done that, everyone loves the cat cow. I'm going to do a little cat cow right now because I think cat cow is cat cow's the meow. It is. So you're going to have your knees. I'm sure you guys have seen this a million times, but let's talk about it just for my body. First of all, my knees, my whole life, my knees have never really loved to sit on the floor. They get like annoyed, you know, not a lot of meat on the front of them. So they don't love it. You can put a towel underneath, but I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do here. That's okay. Hips, so the knees are in line with the hips. And then you'll see I have my hyperextension here. So it's always tempting to just sit into your hyperextension. I don't recommend it. Again, long-term issues, right? So I'm going to just slightly, it's not even like you're slightly bending your elbows. It's more that you're just not sitting into the hyperextension. See how they're pushing past. So I'm just pulling them back and I'm rotating them a bit. Get my hands in place, right? Got my shoulders here, sort of rolled back. That's a whole nother discussion posture. Good Lord. And then you're going to, you know, sometimes I like to do the breathing out on the curve. That's the cat. And breathe in on the cow. Ooh, that's kind of funny. What if you would like, and then breathe in? Sort of like a cat inverted hiss. And I know you can't necessarily hiss and moo in front of your fellow dancers and it's supposed to be quiet and stuff, but honestly, for me at home alone, the more I can get my breath going and also be a little silly, oh, does that release tension for me? I love it. So again, ooh, there on the shoulders. That's nice. I didn't move that time. Oops. That's okay. And come back in. And then I'm going to kind of just roll back as I do that. And then roll forward. Move. I like that. Now this is where for me, now already I'm feeling it. I want to push into a downward dog. I love the sun salutations. I love them. I'm a big fan of sun salutations. That's something that I do a couple of times per week. Sometimes I'll do it in the middle of the day. If I've had a day at the desk, you know, working, editing, all that, writing, I will then just go out to the living room and do a little sun salutation. Now, we're not doing them yet. We're just doing the downward dog and really not even effectively that yet. Just rolling through my feeties and, you know, what they call that? Bicycle your heels down. Because it's just sort of letting my hamstrings and my calf muscles know, hey, what do you think about this? The good news is for a while there, I couldn't even go back down into full stretch. And now I can. Again, I have hyperextension. So I'm mindful of that. It's so tempting. And I know you look at, you're like, well, the Russian ballerinas have hyperextension and they're perfect. You're right. You know what? First of all, they were hand selected from childhood based on a whole slew of genetic factors and other factors I don't even know. And second of all, they have been training and strengthening around those hyperextended muscles for years. So yeah, they can stand on a fully hyperextended leg, strong as an ox, and do all kinds of crazy stuff because they've been properly trained. And even then, there are some people in the dance world who disagree with that form of training and say it's still very unhealthy and dangerous. So, you're going to have opposing things, but just keep in mind if you're an American dancer and you're like, well, I have hyperextension, I'm just going to push into it. Woo! You're going to feel it later on. Not in a good way. I speak from experience. So, all right, that's feeling pretty good. So, I'm just going to walk in really dorky like, non elegant. Put my feeties together. Let's see. Oh, see, even the feeties together for me, like my balance is a little off right now because I'm just not up to it yet. So I'm gonna put my feet further apart and then slowly roll up. FYI, you want a good, nice stretch? Oh, first thing in the morning is just roll up and roll down. How many of us have been in a class, especially modern class, but body placement class, whatever, and all they do for the first like 20 minutes is roll down and roll up and roll down and roll up. Was that the Lamone or Cunningham technique? I forget, but it was a lot of rolling down and up. Woo! I hated it as a teenager, but now I use it a lot, especially just that first initial letting those shoulders drop, right? Is the tummy engaged? Are you sitting back in your legs? Again, hyperextension, everything wants to fall back. Keeping the knees slightly bent, keeping everything in line and kind of just over the feet. And now my eyeballs are looking at the floor. Actually, I want my eyeballs looking more at my chest because that allows, oh yeah, everything to hang and roll more. Oh, that's nice. Just to there, guys, not even fully down. I know this is just the most amazing stretching ever, right? So incredible. But it is. This is the little stuff. And then just doing a gentle bounce. I remember Miss Norma calling it like bouncing like a basketball. Boom, 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 boom. Tummy, hi Tummy, how are you? I know. Oh, that's nice. And then keep on rolling down. Yow. Okay, I can feel that hamstring is like, I'm not sure yet. Let's see if we gently straighten. Ooh, guess where I'm feeling that tension? Everything's going ching, 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 ching up in my body saying, nope, we don't want to do that. I don't want to force it. I'm going to roll back up. So look up sun salutations. That's different, right? So sun salutations I love. Everyone has a little bit of a different spin on it. But for me, the basic gist, I already did them earlier today, so I think I can kind of go for it. Hopefully you can see it. You're in parallel position, got your feet together. If my toes could touch, they would, but bunions, yay! Lift it up, right? And I feel the lift. I do love this. Thank you, Diane. That lift from the ears, like you've got elven ears, and that's what's lifting up. Chest is open. Put your hands together in like prayer position or possibly diving position, right? And then you breathe in, reaching up to the sky, and diving forward. Breathe out and look up quick. And step back into downward doggy. Woof, woof. Stay there as long as you like, then come forward and drop down. There are other fancy names I don't know, but I think this is some kind of cobra thing. I know, so appropriate. And then I'll push back into downward dog. And then I'll alternate each time on which foot steps back and which foot steps forward. When I'm first doing it this way, single foot, right? Oh God, am I totally like squishing you guys? That microphone. And you bring it in. And then you come back up. Notice it's this way with the back like a dolphin-y thing instead of the roll. Sometimes I like to roll. And then you come back here. I'm going to do it again, and eventually you can get to where you actually jump out with both legs and jump in with both legs. Do some more research, look at it on YouTube. I like the sun salutation because it gets my blood flowing. And I'll do it, some days I'll just do it like 2 or 3 times nice and slow. Other days it's 5 to 10 times. And it just gets that blood flowing and things moving and stretching and strengthening at the same time. I love it. So let me just do one more full out through, maybe 2. Let's see what happens here. So There we go. I'm gonna do one more. All right, some things I felt on there. My microphone. I know you guys are gonna be like, that microphone was really annoying, Georgia. The hamstring is still. She's just not happy yet. I've got on this nice woolen Katie did, and that's definitely helping to keep things warm. But what I forgot to do is wrap it. So I'm gonna wrap it right now. And you know what? Oh my God, she's taking her Katie dids off, so it's very scary. But I am, just to get this wrapped. And then I am going to try just a little bit of work towards the splits, but not, towards the splits, but not, I don't think we're ready for actual splits yet. But hopefully by wrapping this, it's going to protect it just a little bit more. It's something, it just, I don't know why, but this just makes it so much better. And I know it's like for the body dysmorphics like me, it's like, no, I'm making my leg look bigger. I don't like that. Yeah, but it feels a heck of a lot better. So worth it. Again, you can get these at any medical supply store, online. You know, certain corporations right now that are trying to union bust, and I don't like that about them. But, and again, I still go on there and buy things sometimes, so I guess I'm a hypocrite. All right. Oh, yeah. Even now, it just feels, protected. And it's a reminder. I don't know about you guys, but for me, because I don't get injured a lot, I will sometimes forget about the injury and go, woo! And it's important to remember, be mindful of it, right? So this is a nice visual reminder for me. Oh, that's right. There's something that needs work here. Okay, you know what? We're taking these off. Oh my God, I'm taking them off. But I am for now. This is something, oh my gosh, again, I'm not getting paid for this. There's no affiliate stuff here, but I do love this. This is by Chacott, Chacott, and it is a back warmer, and I love it because it warms that part, but you can still see your line. I don't know if the male dancer or whoever is partnering you if it's a problem for them, but I'm going to slip this bad boy on. I like this. Very, very cool. Whoop, I can get into the thingy. But you can use it as a little skirt if you want to stretch it, but that's just silly. Okay, for me, that's what I want. I want it on my back. Yes. Oh, that's nice. Yes, thank you. Okay, so now, how am I feeling? So things are better. Shoulders are a little bit, oh, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. So this is a great, you get nothing else from this streamy stream. Here's the big tip. Wonderful woman teacher from up north, whose name is out of my brain right now. She reminded us, yeah, a lot of times, a lot of the tension that you're having when you're trying to do your splits and everything can be resolved by stretching your upper body. So try giving yourself or each other a little bit of a neck massage, etc. before you go in and start working on your splits. You will notice a difference. It is amazing. So for me right now, actually, I'm just going to do the good old jazz stuff, which I love me the jazzercise. So we're doing a little bit of head down, not too far back. Again, warming up. I know, so exciting. But this is why they do this, you guys, right? A little bit to the side and keep it, again, it's tempting for me to want to go, I'm going to force my head this way and force my head that way. No, gentle, just gentle, not all the way. And each time I go back, I can go a little bit further, right? Is that the Feldenkrais technique where each time you go just a little bit further each time? Just a little bit, right? Oh, amazing, amazing, oh, amazing. And now we're going to do a little bit of this. Oh, that's the hard one for me. You can hear all kinds of icky things in my head. The crunching. That's not good. I'm going to do a little gentle roll. Again, not a full roll yet. Just warming up. Hooray. Oh, yes. That's good. And now some shoulders. Yes, shoulders, people. Oh my gosh, dancers, don't forget your shoulders. It is so important. I know when I go into a dance class and there's like professional dancers around me, the first thing I feel, it's like you gotta flex, you know what? It's like, oh, I need to go into my splits immediately. Look how cool I am in my splits. Ugh. Like that's how I feel because I feel intimidated. I'll admit it. And I'm expressing dominance by doing a split first thing when it's ridiculous. No. So this stuff. Oh my gosh. Yes, and now roll them forward. Oh, I love it. A really great exercise, by the way, that is definitely not cool to do in front of other dancers because they'll think you're crazy. But actors are a whole nother level of crazy. But you keep your knees slightly bent and you let everything relax and then you shake. And you let it also out through your breath. It is a great way to shake out a lot of tension. You go, like that. Oh, it's so good. You can already feel it. A lot of tension coming loose. Very, very good. Okay, so shoulders. You can also do these things. I love the arm swings. I go easy on that when I'm first going because rotator cuffs are a thing. When you get older, let me tell you, once you've had a bunch of partners yanking on your arms for years, all kinds of fun. All right, a little bit of twist. Oh, yeah, just a little. That's good. I remember at Ballet Spanico, what was she called? The dance master, whatever the. Anyways, she would always have us every time first thing go this and this. I feel this is a little too harsh, but on the other hand, it does kind of pop things open a bit. And I can still hit my hands together. Whoop. Silly. Okay, so that's pretty good. That's better. Yeah. Ooh. Yep. I do like to do a crossbody. I don't want to hit the microphone here. That's pretty nice. Yep. Kind of stretch that muscle out a little bit. Oh, watch the microphone. Remember my booby microphone. Oh, that feels good. Just this, I'm feeling an intense stretch in my bicep right now, and it is amazing, you guys. Amazing. Oh, this one I love. This one gets so much stretch here in my neck. I adore it. Oh, yes. And you'll see look at that. I'll put my wrist behind my head so then I can kind of push back on it. Oh, that's good. Woo! Yes. And I'll reach my hand up. Do a little pull. This is interesting. I get so much tension and tightness in my obliques. It is ridiculous. I think that my obliques are super weak, and it's one of the reasons why I never got a really good extension. You know, your multifidi, those muscles that are on either side of your spine. People have said that's the thing that's responsible for holding your leg up in the sky, and it's true. I was always trying to get my leg up, but then this leg down here, I was never really thinking about it shooting into the ground, and then the butt muscle being strong, and then the back muscles being strong. All of it's so connected. You know what I mean? I still want to get that extension. I still want to get that thing. It's so egotistical. And I really don't know if my body will ever be up for it anymore. It's just like, ugh, girl, no, we're done. But you know what? What's exciting? Hey, body, thank you so much for sticking with me for doing this many ballet-related things without completely revolting. I have actually had moments over the past several years since I quit dancing where I would try to come out to the studio. I would try to do some pliés, and immediately my body would be like, F you. We do not, I mean, it felt visceral, like a big, like, no, like your dog doesn't want to go to the vet. Like you're in the horror movie and something's telling you do not go in that dark shed. danger. And my body is like, no. It is unbelievable. So the fact that it hasn't done the no thing today is very exciting. I'm happy about that. So, okay, now that I've done that, a little bit of the arms and everything, I am now going to, am I going to? Oh, let's do some hips first. Yep. Hips, oh my gosh. When I did my first jazz class, what was I? 10, 11, I forget, 10 or 11. And, you know, the great thing about the studio that I was dancing at was that Miss Alexandra Zaharias in St. Louis, Missouri, did encourage dancers to take all the different forms. Besides ballet, she offered character folk dance, she offered modern, and she offered jazz. Jazz was once a week. And I was raised in such a goody Christian household that when I first took jazz class, I was embarrassed. I was like, this is gross. This is so inappropriate. Like, I was so disconnected from my body. And like, I remember Sherry was so cool. My friend Sherry, she would be over here doing jazz and she was amazing at it. Just amazing. And I'm over here like, at the time I was so skinny and gawky and like, I was like, oh, I feel weird and embarrassed. I don't know. But now, oh my gosh, getting your hips moving, amazing. And again, shaking things. Oh, yes. Shake it. Shake it. Oh, it's so embarrassing to have this much flesh shaking, but it's also so good. Yeah, okay, that's good. Now, based on that, I think I'm going to do my standard little stretchy stretch towards the splits. This is my personal approach to it. Everyone's different. I know there's the pigeon pose, there's all these different things. I'm going to try this. So I'm going to start. Yeah, let's start with this. Yeah. Okay. So, bit of a lunge. Trying the goal is the hips are in line. The knee is over the heel. You don't want the knee to go way too far past as you lifting up the tummy as best you can. Pushing into it. Now, I love using my hands as a counter force, right? Because I'm just not ready to sink in too far yet. Ooh, my hips are just still very tight. Oh, this is good. This may be the only thing we do today towards the splits, but boy, is it great. Oh, yeah, I'm feeling that now. My stomach still wants to go, relax. I'm like, okay, engage tummy. There we go. I'm going to actually put my hand down already because I can feel it. Because of my hypermobility, I can very easily stretch too far. So I have to be careful about that. In the moment, it's like, oh, this feels great. And then like 2 hours later, it's like, wait a minute, what did I do? And then by the tomorrow, I'm like, I never want to stretch again. That's not what we want. We want to be able to come back the next day and stretch some more. So again, I'm going to get back in line. Whoop, there we go. Ooh, there it is. Can I? Yeah. Boy, you know, when you're really in, it's so funny. If you ever do get in shape, it becomes all the more apparent when you're not in shape because you know what you're supposed to be feeling like. Good Lord. I'm going to lift up into this lunge here. Again, I'm going to keep my knee in line with my ankle to start. I'm going to roll back and forth. Feel that. Ooh, yeah. Okay, and we're reaching just right now. I can feel my hip tendon going, I don't want it anymore. Yep, okay. So now I'm going to turn my foot out, turn the knee out, and I'm going to just bring gently both elbows to the side. Oh, yeah. And I'm feeling it in my left haunch. This is nice. And the pressure is off of my right hip. Oh, I like that. That's nice. Okay, we're going to pull back now. We've gone far enough. And I'm going to lift that foot up a bit. Again, this is not cool. Not looking sexy here. We're just trying to stretch. I do this for you. And I'm doing it for me. You guys, just doing this video is helping me so much. So whether or not you're getting anything out of this, I'm getting something out of this, and it keeps me accountable, and I appreciate that. So now I'm going to do this turned in stretch. I feel it under here, but it's not too much. That's nice. You can bring the hips more in line to feel something different. You can also gently roll this ankle out gently to feel a stretch on the outside of your leg. Ooh, there it is. That's nice. I'm going to move the hips just a little bit. I'm just playing with it gently, not too much. Yep, that's good. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, the friends are doing something. Well, they're not friends. The neighbors are doing something. Now I'm going to come to the center. Oh, hello, hamstring. Hamstring still says no. No, no, no. Okay, well, how about this? Yes, hamstring says yes to this. Boy, that is looking so hilarious in the camera. But I'm going to keep going. That's good. Yep. I'm going to bend those knees a little bit. I'm going to hang. Now I'm going to turn my feet out. Sink into that. Oh, that second position. Right? Yeah, when you're in jazz class and it's all with really cool music and the beats pumping and you're doing everything on time so that even your transitions look cool and amazing. I miss those days. Will those days come back? I don't know. We'll see. But I can also put some pressure here on the knees. But actually, I'm not on the knee. You'll notice I'm like on the inner thigh. I'm a big proponent of do not put pressure directly on the joint, right? Do not, if you've got to push, if you're doing that leg stretch behind your, you don't pull on the joint, you don't twist it. You want to be either just above it or just below it, right? So I'm putting pressure on the inner thighs here. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's amazing. So this is some good pain. I'm feeling a little bit of pulling, a little bit of discomfort, but not pain, right? Discomfort. No danger pain. This is wonderful. Okay, I'm going to try this one thing that I usually like to do. Where I'm going to sink down. So the heel's up right now. Ooh, yeah. That's good. Let's see if I can drop that heel down. Can I? How do we feel about that today? Oh, no, we're not sure. Oop, yep, wait. There she is. Oh, yeah. Oh, you guys. Hooray! That feels amazing. But we're going to sit down now. I'm going to sit down because I don't want to try and get back up and put any extra strain on this hammy. So I'm going to gently just roll over to here. Have I got little wingies? I hope so. Do you love those little hair wings? I'm going to do the other side now, okay? And you know what? That knee, again, was just not happy about all that pressure. So I'm going to use a little bit of my yoga mat. Let's see if that works. Yoga mat. Hold on. And we're going to get a sip of water. Did I mention that you should always have water? Oh, that's good. Okay, here we go. How are we for time? Oh, it's already 4:49. Okay, we're going to go about 10 more minutes. And then we're going to stop for today. And that's okay. What are you doing? Checking my messages over here. We'll keep that quiet. Okay, let's see. So we did that side. You gotta remember, which side are you doing? Okay, here we go. If you guys just knew the level of ego here. Okay, that's feeling great. Just that little bit of yoga mat under my bony knee. I know, my dancer ego's like, oh, at least that part's bony. Oh my God. The self-loathing, you guys, it's just such a waste of time. It does not help you. Again, love your body. Thank your body. Be glad you have a body. Whatever. There's just so many reasons to not hate yourself. I'm not saying you shouldn't apologize when you screw up, but I'm saying love yourself. Okay, here we go. I'm going to gently now release forward. How's that knee? Is my up? See, the knee wants to go too far over that foot. Don't want that. I want that nice and solid knee to heel. Woo! Look at this. I'm not being pretty. All right. We're just getting that. Oh, there we go. Hips in line. Ah, yes. And I'm going to again use my hands to push up out of the, oh yeah, out of the knee. Now I feel more stretch in the front of my hip. That's wonderful. Oh, yep. We have not done this stretch in a long time, kids. So I'm laying into it. But the hamstring's okay. That's good. What is that? Good Lord, I need to retape this floor. Ugh. Okay. Yep. Oh, you can kind of roll. Look at this. I'm rolling a little bit. When I say roll, I guess it means I'm like leaning into, almost into the haunch area. That's getting a nice stretch on both legs. Ooh, kind of like that. Notice again, by the way, with my particular structure, like I'm feeling a lot of pressure in my wrists. My fingers also get hyper extended. See, I can do that pop thing, which is a real pain in the butt playing guitar. And let me tell you, and they want to get like stuck in that position, trying to change frets and things. So I have to think about that too. Like, if I just sit into it, it hurts after a while. So got to, again, be mindful. And I've gotten more into upper body strength training, which that's a whole nother thing. But let me tell you, I wish I had done more upper body strength training as a ballerina. I was so paranoid about looking waifish and thin and skinny. And I think it did me a real disservice, especially because of my posture. Oh, I forgot to do this stretch on the other side. Let's give it a shot. That's where you can kind of roll back. Ooh, come on. Oh, this is nice. Bonus. There we go. That gets into the belly of that hamstring, and we're doing okay. It's a little sore, but it's not angry sore. It's just like, oh, yeah, okay, we can do this. That feels pretty good. Trying to relax everything while still also holding everything so it doesn't collapse, Okay. What was I saying before? I was saying something before, now I've forgotten. That's wonderful. Hooray! Let's pull up into the lunge. I like that. That's really good. Oh yes, the upper body strength training. So I do push-ups now. I do push-ups and different weight lifting things for my arms and my back, and it's actually helped my posture because I have naturally hunching shoulders and a tightness all up in here that I have fought my whole life. And God, when I watch myself dance, I'm like, I feel like I look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's ridiculous. We always pick so much harder on things that we see in ourselves. Like, that's another body dysmorphia, right? I just read about selfie dysmorphia. Did you guys know that was a thing? Selfie dysmorphia. Oh my gosh. Anyways, can't stay in that position too long. I start to feel a little shaking. If you start to feel a little shaking when you're stretching, a little bit of shaking means, okay, you're leaning into it. But then if it starts to get too much, you got to stop immediately. That is not good. It means things are saying danger, danger, alert, alert. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, we like that. Okay. And the ankle's holding well. All right, good. Excellent, excellent. Anyways, I highly recommend getting some upper body strength. It will, for me, it's definitely making a difference. I'm curious to see if and when I get back into doing things like pirouettes, will that make a difference in my overall stability in my turns? I'm interested. Oh, that feels so good. Again, I'm just going to sit down. I don't want to upset this other leggy. Oh, that's so good, you guys. Woo! Yeah, what's going on with my bun? Hair's a little bit too short for the bun to be really, really working. Now, one of the other stretches that I like to do to help with my splits is that, stretching the front of my thighs. So I'm not up for doing it on the floor today. I'm going to hurt. There we go. Nice roll up. Woo! I'm going to do it here at the bar. The bar. Again, this is my homemade bar that I did, right? Remember during the pandemic. If you want to know how to make this bar, there's a video. I have a how-to video. Cheap as hell. No. Is it hugely stable? No. You're going to learn how to balance kind of without it. You can't like lean on it like a metal bar or anything like that. But it does the trick. It's pretty awesome and pretty dang affordable. So go check that out. Maybe I can put the link. If I remember to put the link in, I'll put the link in. If I don't remember to put the link in, I don't remember to put the link in. Ooh, is that a... It's a comment. Aha! A comment from Cowboy Bebop. I do a lot of those. I can't get a complete front split because I might put my hip out of whack. Yes. I get it. Putting your hip out of whack is no bueno. It is no good. And you've got to be mindful of that. So I love that you are being careful and mindful. We want to live to dance another day. And you know what is the trickiest, you guys? I'm going to start doing my stretch as I talk. So let's keep stretching as we talk. Either, again, you'll see my knees are in line. I try to let the front completely relax as I squish this in. And then if I want to, I can engage my muscles and actually if I push the top of my foot into my hand, and notice I want to do that overextension. Nope, keep that arm engaged too. Now I'm getting a nice stretch on the front of my hip, right? Oh, and I'm not getting my knee twisted. This is really nice. Okay, so what was I going to say? Oh, yes, the big trick is those moments on stage or in a class. Most of the times when I've had an injury is when I was trying to impress someone, or I was like, I'm just going to really just say F it and go for it. Yeah. And that's usually when something would just, I went too far. And that doesn't mean dance with fear. Yes, you should dance with abandon, but abandon that is supported, abandon that is still thoughtful. I don't know, can you be thoughtful and dance with abandon? Maybe you can't. Maybe it's impossible to avoid injury. That'd be an interesting discussion to have. Like, can you truly dance with abandon and avoid injury? I don't know if you can avoid it, but maybe it's how quickly can you come back from it. I mean, I read about how many knee surgeries Baryshnikov had. Good God, because I was a huge jumper. Jumping is my favorite thing. I have not done jumps in years. That is something that when I watch dancers jumping in videos, I start crying because I miss it, because I love it, because that was the closest thing I felt to flying. I absolutely adore jumping. But good Lord, I wonder if I had continued to dance full time all through my 20s and 30s and etc., how many knee surgeries would I have had to have had? I don't know. Again, it's that, how often are you dancing? How much are they pushing you? How much recovery time do you get? I'd be really curious to see, what are ballet companies, especially in America, right? What are they doing today to support the dancers' recovery and recuperation and all of that? But again, of course, the other hard thing is, as a dancer, you never want to admit that something's wrong. Because at least, I mean, when I was dancing, it was always that fear of, they're going to replace me. They're going to take me out. They're going to fire me. They're going to this. They're going to that. I'm going to fall behind. All of these crazy thoughts. And it's hard not to feel that way when it seems like everything, everyone around you is saying, oh, yeah, it's such a short career, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's kind of a catch-22, right? Ooh, I see some more comments. Okay, I'm going to notice now. I've got these stretched out. I'm going to gently come down to the floor. Oh, this is a great stretch, by the way, a nice squat. I'm loving this. Dawn's on the call. What's up, Dawn? What's up? Dawn says, I found that upper body strength training has really helped me hold my shoulders in the right place when dancing. Right? Okay, I have to revisit this. We're going to, look at this. We're going to push up with the quads. Yeah. So you'll see here, I have a natural round. I'm actually working on a posture video because it bears repeating. But this is me. This is one of the reasons my parents put me in ballet, was because of my posture. Because this is how, what's up? And I still, by the way, look at this. When I do stand-up comedy on stage, I hate watching myself in videos, because for me to do stand-up comedy, if I'm standing like this the whole time and I've got my stomach tight and everything, it throws off my timing, my comfort, my confidence, everything for stand-up comedy when I'm trying to relate with the audience and I'm making these snarky comments and things. When I'm doing it like that, I'm going to let things hang and be like, what's up, da-da-da-da. And so I sink, I get shorter, my posture goes, the stomach goes out. And so I look at my videos and I'm like, oh my God, you look horrible. Then I'll go in the mirror in a pretty outfit later and be like, oh, how do I look? And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I'm looking pretty good. What's going on here? I don't understand. Ridiculousness. Anyways, but because this is my natural thing, right? And these muscles in front get tight for me. So I need to be strengthening these back muscles. All of this is what really gets you that nice, and again, but keeping the rib cage together, keeping it in line, lifting up and out. It's such a whole thing for me. But over and over again, my shoulders want to go here. They want to close in. So it's a constant battle. I'm not even ready to take on that full battle yet. So right now, what am I doing? Like here, look, I'll show you guys. Here are my push-ups right now. I can only do a few, but let's see if I can even do, right? Maybe people have comments on my alignment. Go ahead, but 1, 2, 3. That's 3. I used to not even be able to do 1. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And then when I start feeling like, sometimes I'll get 5 or 6, and then I'll switch to these, like, oh, don't let it rip. 1, 2, 3. Again, I want to keep my shoulders, I want to encourage them to stay back, right? Instead of, a little bit. Oh, yeah. That's helping. One of my goals this year is to do a single pull-up. I don't know if any of you guys did the president's test, the president's fitness test in high school or middle school, whatever. One of the things was you have to do one pull-up. They even make a whole thing of this on that cartoon, The Regular Show. I couldn't do one pull-up. That's why I didn't get the president's award. I was so mad. So here we are years later. So I am trying. We're not there yet. But that's for another day. Anyway, so Dawn, thank you for the comment. Ooh, and wait, Cowboy Bebop has another one. I do those inside a doorway. Yep, exactly. Yep. Whatever works for you. Are you? And I think you're talking about the hip stretch inside a doorway. Do you mean like, maybe you mean like this guy? Like this one inside a doorway, and then you can push back on the doorway, maybe? Yep, maybe. If not, comment, let me know. Oh my gosh. Okay, how are things feeling now? I still don't feel totally in line. Like now I feel like I'm ready to take a ballet class, give myself a ballet class. Definitely I've been avoiding ballet music as I slowly dip my toe back in. In fact, a lot of times I'll put on like a TV show I like a comedy or something, and then give myself warm up and distract myself with the comedy show so that I'm not letting myself overthink too much about the fact that, you know, I'm not where I want to be and never will be. And why did I ever quit dancing? And why did I ever start dancing in the first place? And I should have never, all those ridiculous rumination thoughts. Remember the gerbils I mentioned at the beginning. So I can feel it. My body's like, yes, I'm ready. And I'm like, oh, I want to turn out. I want to turn out because look at my feet and what they can do. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, terrible. You know, the turnout muscles are definitely, they need work. They have gone soft. They have gone nighty night. So I got to bring them back. You know, I love doing something I love doing just before I start class, just to wake them up. It's sort of like you're waking the muscles up, or you're reminding yourself. Is the little clams, right? So my back, actually have my butt sticking out, okay, guys? And then you want that waist off the floor, you want that space there. And you got your hand on your hip, and then don't move anything else. And I'll like actually put a thumb on my hip and then another finger towards my booty, and you just slowly lift the knee up and down. And they're just trying to wakey, wakey. We're gonna do some dancing today. Hello. Yes, wakey, wakey. Oh, there you are. Hello. It's not fully there. Now it's starting to wake up. It's like, wait, what? You want me to? Oh, that again. Okay, that's fine. Sometimes I'll just do 10. 10's enough for my body to go, oh, right, that muscle. And then once you feel it, it's like, then when I start to do my plies, see, even now I'm wanting to like cheat and like, I can push my leg further, but then my hip's opening, and that's, no, keep everything in line. Breathe. Gentle up and gentle down. It's not exciting, but it's helpful. Hooray. That wakes it up. That'll get me ready for starting the class. I think I was rambling about something else, but again, I'm not, no. Yeah, do what you have to do to get yourself to the bar or to the floor or to something. I definitely like to use the foam roller to roll things out. That's been really helpful. But no, I'm nowhere near, like for me, ballet bar. Whoops, sorry. For me right now, my ballet bar is essentially I do plies on both sides. I do some tendus facing the bar. I do some releves, maybe some passes. And that's about it. I haven't even really gotten to rond de jambe, fondue, frappe. I love frappe. I miss frappe. Nope, not there yet. Just easing into it. Because again, that's right. If I play classical music, because my mom was a classical pianist and she played it all the time, it just triggers me so fast. And so many of the pieces are classical ballets that I've danced, and that triggers me. You know, and you go, oh, when you're getting triggered. It's whatever. It makes me sad. It makes me feel sad, and I want to feel happy, you know, dancing. So something else I do like to do is I'll give myself a jazz class. a couple of times during the week, and that's been great because it's just a different world. It's just a whole different thing. I don't have all the stuff attached to it like I do with ballet and all the expectations of my parents and all of that stuff. It's really interesting. So that's been helpful. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. I see you, Cowboy Bebop. You're saying heel stretch in doorways too. Not perfect, but decent. Ooh, heel stretch in doorways. All right, I got to know more about that. If you end up doing any kind of videos, Cowboy Bebop, on that, show me. Oh, you guys, thank you, Cowboy Bebop 444. That heel stretch, just me, just doing this heel stretch. Good Lord. My tendonitis, yeah, this has been tight for me since childhood. Okay, it's so funny. People are like, some things you just are just there forever. And stretching this out right in here feels so amazingly good. I cannot begin to tell you. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Amazing. Yes, I would love to get back into doing heel stretch. For instance, here, you know what? Let me do this. We're going to be careful today. We're going to show you. So remember, dancing ballet is not like riding a bike. You can't just jump back on and not expect to have some major backlash. So I have not done a full bar yet or anything, but I have done a nice warm up. And remember, I have been dancing on and off professionally, amateur, the whole thing for years. So that's who's doing this right now. And I want to be careful. But if I am going to do a heel stretch, first of all, I'm going to keep that knee bent. I'm going to grab this heel. I'm going to press into that heel as hard as I can and just do an attitude. Look at that. Oh, that foot on the floor is like turned in. And I'm just going to feel a little bit of that hip rotation. I'm not going to stretch my leg straight. Trust me, my ego would love to. I'm going to do that. Bending back feels amazing. When I bend back, I feel a stretch in the front of my standing quad. Interesting. But just doing that, that's enough. Let's try the other side because we want to keep it balanced. Here we go. We're going to bend that standing knee. Bend it like a mother trucker. Grab that heel on the inside, right instep of your foot. Press hard into that hand. Oh, yeah. Woo! Now see, this side really wants to go further. Look at, it wants to go further. Oh, it can go further. Oh yeah, there we go. Woo, that feels good. I'm not going to do it too much. Again, I keep forgetting. Oh, I'm still that 16, 17-year-old dancer who can just do anything and bounce back and woo. No, no. Take it easy, folks. There we go. Would I love to do the backward one? Oh, I would, but I don't think we should. We're going to press. I'll just press like this. There we go. Just that far. Just that far. That's it. That's far enough. Oh, yes. Beautiful. I used to do full penchés. No penché today. Nope. Penché away. We're just going to press in to my hand with my foot. Ooh, that side feels better. Yep. Ooh. Oh, you want to cheat so bad? Nope. That's it. We're stopping because I can feel the back. Oh, yeah. That's it. Okay, good. So then the final, we're going to roll. Look at that. That feels so good. Stretching it out. Stretching it out. Release, release. That's great. Now, so where I'm at now, again, like I said, I could do a full ballet class. Now that I've done just these things with you, I'm good. I'm stopping for today. I've done an hour. I did a little bit of a warm-up beforehand. Got my cardio going. This is good. Now that I'm resting, I'm feeling a little bit of tension on my inner MCL here. You do not want to mess with this tendon. It is not fun to injure that. So very interesting. Just the little things that you feel when you're coming back into dance and getting things moving again. But just doing all of this, I feel, releases so much stress for me and endorphins and good stuff, and just makes me feel better as I go through my week if I don't push too hard. So this is wonderful. I really appreciate it. I think we're going to close it out here. Any more comments? Let's just see. One more. I did 2 doorway stretches and a couple split vids. Ooh, I got a couple influences. Ooh, guys, check out this message from Cowboy Bebop in the message area, the live chat area. This is good. They've got some really good advice. So check that out, please. And thank you so much for the comments. You guys, I love the comments. I love the interplay, the dialogue, the communication of it all. And I think as dancers, we should talk more. Very good. But please be sure to tune in next week. I will be talking about, yeah, that's right. I'm going to be stretching and kvetching about, hey, is ballet an art or a sport? Is it both? And we'll discuss. So I'm very excited about that. Again, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate all of you coming and watching today, or whatever day you happen to be watching this video. If there are any particular videos that you would like to request, that you would like me to make, definitely give me a shout. Let me know. But I want to thank you all for coming. I'm going to scooch forward as I get ready to push the stop button. You have been watching Ballerina Badass. My name is Georgia Reed. Never give up. Never stop dancing. Unless you want to give up and you want to stop dancing. It's okay. I love you all. Toy, toy, toy. And